For many of us, we're trying to nail down some tax deductions and contributing to charitable causes that we like and believe in. And it's as simple as writing a check, right? Well, tax law can be surprisingly tricky.
Yeah, joining us on the Kogo News Live Line is CPA, the money therapist, Holly Signorelli. And Holly, how hard is this? You write a check, you file your taxes. Isn't that the end of the story?
It's not too hard, but a lot of people don't realize that the IRS created a system called ACE, which stands for Automated Correspondence Exam. So, in other words, the machines have taken over. So nowadays, if the computer calculates that you take more contributions than the average person at your income level, then it kind of dings off, like, hey, wait, we're going to have to audit this person. And then it goes to the desk of a supervisor, and they decide if they're going to move forward. But the good part is all they really want are the receipts. So it's critical that if you are giving to any organization that you make sure that they are a 501 and that you get a receipt from them. But usually that's not actually a problem unless we're talking about giving away things like Goodwill. I think that's where there's a lot of problems. People have really abused the rule in the past, which is why the IRS is cracking down on it. So they have a page on the website on irs.gov where if you're giving away, Goodwill type products to any organization, you go on there and they actually will tell you how much it's worth for each of those items so that you're not just inflating the number and, taking a bigger deduction than I guess you're supposed to take.
Well, here's a question, because I go to Goodwill a couple of times a year, if I'm getting rid of suits or shirts or whatever it is. And then I never know what it's worth, so I let my tax guy assign a number to it. Is that the wrong thing to do?
I'm sure he loves that, by the way. It's not a bad thing to do. Sometimes people come to me with a very detailed list, because some people are just really organized like that. So they have a list because they give you a blank receipt when you go to Goodwill. But if okay, I got rid of this couch or this whatever it was, it doesn't matter, then you can go on the website. But obviously if somebody doesn't break that down for me, we go to the website and do the same thing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Now, what are some of the more costly mistakes that people make when they're putting their charity deductions together and submitting them with their taxes?
Well, one of the other areas like this with abuse has been for cars. A lot of people donate cars, and when you do that, and sometimes it's a car that's not working and it's kind of being parted out. When you do that, you have to go through a qualified organization. So one off the top of my head is Wills for Wishes. But if you go online, you can make sure that they are linked up with the IRS and so that it's legitimate, because, again, people were inflating the dollar amount of the car. But the good thing is when you do donate a car to this charity, then they give you the fair market value. And even if they don't get that dollar amount, like let's say it was going to be $1,000 and they only got $500, you still get the deduction of $1,000 because that was fair market value. So, if you can't resell that car or part it out, then that's a good thing to do as well.
Well, can't you just look that up on, like Kelley Blue Book or something and find out very quickly what it's worth?
It would seem reasonable, but you have to get it directly from the charity now. Yeah, it was because with Kelley Blue Book, it's so easy to manipulate it. So this was just a really big deal in the news. It was a couple of years back, but it is definitely something that you want to go through the right organization and get the receipt from them.
Good advice, Holly. Thank you very much. That is the money therapist, CPA Holly Signorelli, joining us on the Kogo News Live Line.
Kogo News Time, 8:16.